All right, guys, Mr. Rick DeMulling is back after his second multi-unit hair grafting procedure. So, Rick, here we go. Before the first procedure, a few years ago now, but guys, what we did for a start is we reformed the frontal hairline. Rick, show us how the result looked after that first procedure, buddy. Thank you. And guys, look how good he looks. This was after the first procedure. Really happy with that. About 20% of our guys will do a second procedure. And what Rick wanted to do in the second procedure is thicken up this frontal hairline. So if you have a look at this, that see-through look that he had after the first procedure, which look, when he had a little length, he couldn't really tell. He could have lived with it, right? But he just wanted more density. So what we did is we went across the frontal hairline again, back about 7 or 8 centimeters, and we thickened this whole front. So front onto the camera, you don't see through the hair as much. So that was after the second procedure, right there. This was after the first procedure. And the other thing we did is we also did the crown. Now, if we have a look after the first procedure that was done, which we'll look at here in a moment, this was his original picture. Yeah, that was different. That was before we started. And if we have a look where he was at after that first procedure, we were left with an area in the back of the crown, and you can't always cover the whole thing in a single transplant. So a lot of guys that do a second procedure, which is about 20% of our patients, really want to thicken up that frontal look. It varies patient to patient. Yeah. But this is a great result after 2 procedures. We transplant a lot of hair. And Rick and I were just kind of laughing before about the journey, right? And you sort of think about if you hadn't have transplanted, really how you'd look now, right?
Oh yeah, I go back and look at these two right here and my mind is blown. I'm like, oh, I can't believe that it has changed that much. I mean, that's drastic.
It is drastic.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
That's a real big deal.
It is. And Rick, look, we appreciate your trust, man. It's an absolute pleasure to work with you. You're just a gentleman. And the VIP page, tracking your journey has been a lot of fun. And we appreciate everything you've done for us. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. I appreciate all that you guys have done for me. I mean, you brought my hair back. You brought my confidence back. And I get excited to talk about my hair. People in the city that ask about it and say, hey, you're the hair guy. I'm like, I am the hair guy, and so can you.
Rick, appreciate you, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you.